We did it. Hey, what's going on? Why am I so tiny? I'm just going the wrong way, Campbell. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to our show. I don't know why this guy's so huge over here. Seriously, we got to do something. We got to talk to the producer. We got to talk to the producer.
You are the producer.
What's happened last time?
Well, I'll tell you, we've got, was just checking in the code for our first KidzCode project, and I haven't talked about this too much, but this is something called version control, and it allows you to see the differences in between two different versions. So I'm looking at the version we checked in, the differences between the version we last checked in and the changes we made yesterday. And over here, you can see, Campbell, see this line right here?
Yeah.
See how it's got a minus symbol over here on the left?
That means that we deleted that line of code?
Kind of. And see the plus?
It means that we added that line of code?
Right. What are the changes between these two?
One is a smooth mover. And
yeah. What did we do last time?
We made a new script called Smooth Mover, and we made the camera, instead of going like boom, it went boom.
Yeah, it made a smooth transition because the camera was jumping. So we created a class called Smooth Mover, which smoothly moves a value between 2 points. We specify the starting time and the duration, and we also specify the starting value and the ending value. And whatever those values are, just smoothly moves it over time. And that was kind of cool. We're thinking about using that same class today. Do you want to tell them what for, Campbell?
For when we hit the prototype, we just immediately get bigger, but we're thinking of using that smooth mover to make us go whoop.
To kind of scale up. So instead of an immediate change, when we hit the power-up block, right? We want to go wah. In fact, what would be really cool, Campbell? Probably not today, but it went like this, wah, like that. So it looked kind of rubbery, right? Mm-hmm. You smiled. That means you like it. Wah. Right? So we're thinking about something like that. What else did we do? We did the smooth mover. We using the smooth mover, we created a method called shift that allows us to just say, so that the other cool thing about smooth mover is it stores the value, right? So if I say move from here to here, and it does, and the time passes, it just stays at the new point right here.
Yeah.
But now if I call shift on it, what it does is it says, okay, I'm going to now be here, and I'll shift whatever direction, and I'll smoothly animate to the next point over the same duration. Or I can add a new duration if I want to change how quickly it moves.
Yes.
Let's see what else is going on here. This was kind of interesting. Do you remember this, Campbell? We're inside obstacle logic, and we removed this code that checked to see. Do you remember what this code does?
It checks if we are both behind the camera and we're not the prototype. And then it says destroy us.
Yeah, so what does that effectively do in the game?
It cleans up code. It's cleanup code, sorry.
Yeah, it's cleanup code that destroys game objects that fall behind the camera. Look out, Campbell! It's Surly Dev.
He's in the house.
He's already flying. He's flying low. Look out there, Surly. I wonder if I should make it so that you wrap around instead of bouncing off the walls. I'm not sure.
What do you mean wrap around?
So when Surly goes off to the right, he comes immediately in on the left instead of bouncing. That's what I mean by wrap around. Be a shame if Surly Dev flew really close to me and I hit that SWAT button that I've got. He's not quite there. I'm hitting SWAT, but he's not close enough. Come down just a little bit, Surly. Come down just a little more. Don't be afraid. Everything's safe, Surly. Come on, Surly. There you go. SWAT. That's my SWAT command. Right there. Just a little. Yeah, he's sitting up, but it's too late, Surly. Oh, he launched a new drone. We'll get him. Okay, so we deleted these lines of code. why did we delete them? Do you remember what we did? So our objects now are suddenly not getting cleaned up anymore?
No, we just created new code for them.
Yeah, we created the new script called delete behind camera. So we could just drag it onto anything that we wanted to delete behind the camera. We drag it onto that object. We have to set the camera property to it, which camera we're talking about. But once it gets behind it, it's just going to delete it. And it's got this variable here called on the track, which says, hey, is your Z above 0? Meaning, are we in front of the start of the track? So we start the track at the very back at 0. So on the track means that Z's got to be somewhere positive. All right, that's what we did. I'm going to go check all this code in. And we'll commit that change. And that's a little bit of what we did last night at time. You want to show them, Campbell? You want to play the game, what we got?
Sure. So after 10 blocks, the power-up should...
After 10 blocks are destroyed, the power-up will appear.
Yeah.
There's the power-up?
There it is. No!
Oh, you were going too fast. Now you're in trouble. You might want to start it again to demo it again.
Yeah,
or do you think you can get it? One of the things we noticed is the left to right motion. It's like too much.
It's like, yeah, way too much.
We're like, it's sending us over just too far. All right, he's got 3 blocks. Here comes the power up. Slow down. All right, he's up. So notice he just jumps immediately in size.
Yes.
Right? Also, there's no timer on this thing now.
Oh yeah, what we were thinking of doing was pause. Making like a scale almost, or like a battery, like your battery percentage in your phone. We were thinking of making one in the corner of the camera when you get the power up, so that oh yes, so that and it's going down slowly, and then it goes down slowly, and then once it's down, you lose your power up. So that and then there's a certain amount of time that you have. And then we also want to make it so that when you're big, you just smash into blocks without them slowing you down.
Yeah. So what do you want to work on first? We've got basically 3 things we have to do. We have to set a timer. We want to show progress on it so you get a sense of how much time you have left. And we want to smash into blocks and not slow ourselves down.
Uh-huh.
What do you want to do first?
Let's do smash into blocks.
Okay, cool. So when we're powered up, we want to smash into blocks. I think what that's going to need is like a collision detector.
Yes, and on collision enter, and then destroy this.
Right. You know, I'm wondering. Well, yeah. So when we collide, we want to essentially act like what the missile does. Can we go into missile behavior? Look at that code. All right.
Are you thinking of creating a new script that does this on collision enter, destroy?
Well, I want to go look at the blow up block code because that's essentially what we want to call. Scroll down a little bit.
Oh,
it's right in here.
The method.
Blow up block. We call blow up block when the missile hits. Right? If you put the caret inside the blow up block word and then hit tab key, we can find out where we're calling it from. Just use the tab to next reference. So we've got this on collision enter. Right?
Yeah. And so this is saying if if the game object name doesn't contain prototype block, then return.
Yeah, because we're only blowing up things that are called prototype blocks.
Yes, and then it's basically saying else blow up block.
Right, it is basically saying else blow up block. You're right. So when we do an enter, we're checking to see what's going on. Then we're calling blow up block, and then we are deleting. Oops. Well, in this case, we're deleting the missile itself, we don't need that. But we kind of need from lines 81 to 86 is kind of what we need. And we need to put them, we actually, you know what let's do though? Let's just copy all of this method on collision enter. Let's go up into 79. Just go on the void in 79. If you put the caret up on the start of this and hit copy, Coder's smart copy should figure out you're trying to copy the whole thing. All right, so let's go into player properties, right? It's for the player.
Mm-hmm. Or we could do it on obstacle logic.
We could do it on obstacle too, but I like more the player because the player is going to know if it's scaled up or not. The player's going to know if it's powered up.
Oh, right.
And I kind of want to put it here, but you're right. We could do it in the other. So let's go paste this method in on an empty line someplace here. Yeah, right after power up is a good place. Okay, notice we've got a property 104 called on line 104 and 106 called scaled up. We used that last time.
Yeah, blow up block isn't a method.
Right.
So should we paste that method in too?
Code Jam! Let's talk about code. I want to show you this picture, Campbell. Blow up block is an instance method, which means it can only be called from an instance of the missile.
Oh.
But if it were a static method, we could call it from anywhere.
So
Blow
we're
up
gonna
block.
make it
What'd you say?
static?
Yeah, let's make it static. AJY17 is now following. Thanks for that follow, AJ. Let's come back over here. Let's go find blow up block. There it is. We want to do two things here. Go to the beginning of the line. Just hit home to get there quickly.
Yes.
And type in ST in a space. Coderush will give you static. All right. Now, also you want to change this to public as well. Ooh, we got some problems though. Hold on, look at this. We've got a few problems in
Oh,
here,
many problems.
right? We can't exactly
Yikes.
make it static. And the reason
Yikes.
why is because the method
Yikes.
references
Yikes.
instance properties. Meaning it wants to be a cookie, not a cookie cutter. It needs those. So we need to solve those.
We need to convince it that it is a cookie, even though it's a cookie.
Well, not really. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take the code for a second. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and change it to static. So I'm going to type in ST here, get a static. I'm going to look at the errors we have. One of them is with create particle.
One of them is with num blocks.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
sorry.
I'm going to select this. I'm going to hit num enter. Why isn't that filling that in there? That's interesting. Create particle.
Wait, why didn't you just tab to next reference?
It's right down there. I did tab to next reference. Oh no, I thought I did, but maybe I didn't.
No,
do
you
that.
did num enter. And then
Okay.
jump
So
to symbol.
here's create particle. Let's see if we can make this static. And then looks like we can. Oh, we've got a problem with black hole. I think black hole is in the wrong place. I think blow up block is in the wrong place. I think these both need to move to another place. I think these need to move into our particle behavior. So I'm going to delete these from here. Cut them to the clipboard, actually, is what I did. We're in missile behavior. Let's go find, what is it? Do we have obstacle logic? Right here. We've got a black hole property here. where were we just in? What were we in? This window has already been registered as a drop target? What? I'm just hitting Control Tab. I think it was missile behavior is where we were. We were in missile behavior.
Yeah, we were.
I think what I want to do is this. Hold on, I'm going to undo this a second. I'm going to do this on my machine, Campbell, because I think it's going to be faster. I think there's a fair amount of code that we have to move around to make this work. The problem, I think, is that we have this in the wrong spot. I think that the obstacle should be in charge of blowing itself up, not the missile. That's what I want to do. So I want to go to missile behavior. Let's switch back over to my machine here a second. I'm going to make some changes, and then I'll just copy and paste the code over to you as I make them. Okay? And I'll try to kind of get a sense of what's happening. I'm taking blow up block and create particle, and I'm going to remove them.
I think I know. I think I have an essence of what we're supposed to do.
Good.
Is it, well, an essence of something that would work at least.
Okay.
Should we, write code in player properties and then access it in obstacle logic by doing the get component?
Yeah, there might be some of that. I just took those two methods and I moved them over here. I want to make them static just like we did before because I want to be able to call it from anywhere. I also want to make it public. So there's public static blow up block. The math I can get just by hitting the code rush key, just by hitting Control Dot and saying use system. Whoops. Create particle is down here. I want to make this static.
That's weird.
Black hole. We need a black hole for create particle. That means blow up block needs a black hole as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a parameter to this by typing in VGO for game object, a variable type game object, and pass in black hole to that. Then when we call create particle, I'm going to pass in black hole, and I'm going to do the same thing here, do a VGO here to create a black hole and pass it in. I'm going to rename this. I like my parameters starting with a lowercase letter. And I'm going to do the same thing here. Down here. So all I'm doing is I'm getting, whoops, I don't want to do that yet. I want to rename it first, then do that. All I'm doing is I'm getting rid of...
Dad? Oh, wait, never mind.
Oh, it's a transform. My bad. It's a transform. Whoops, I'm trying to remember my shortcut for transforms. TX4. That's what I thought it was. TX? No.
T4, I think.
T4? No, I don't think. I think it's T4, X4.
X4, yeah, it's X4.
TX4. That's what I thought it was.
No, it's X4.
Yeah, but a T before will give it a type reference on it. I don't think I created it over here. Let's try this. Let me right-click it. Right-click this type. Use type in templates. I didn't create it. So we're going to call it X4. So X4 is going to be my transform. So now the next time I need a type, I type in T, and then my shortcut, which is going to be X4. And it'll just type that in for me. Okay, so it's a transform there, is the black hole. Then up here, we got to change this to a transform as well. So TX4 will get me the transform. Okay. Now, blow up block, number of blocks destroyed. If number of blocks destroyed is more than this, then number of blocks to power up. Now this right here is we're going to drop a power up. That's different from blowing up a block, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
I don't want that here. Okay, now I'm going to search for where we called blow up block before. I just copied that to the clipboard, that piece that we just took out. Okay, and here in my search results, right over here next to your head. Wait, here's the call, missile behavior. So now we've moved that over to, I think, obstacle logic. So I can say obstacle logic dot, and that should give me the blow up block, but it's going to need a transform, a black hole. I think we got one here. There's the black hole. Okay, so we can call that here, but now we can add this other code that we had before, right? Where we can now decide what to do. So this code that doesn't have anything to do with blowing up a block, we can put here in the missile. Okay. Also, for the purposes of getting a power up, we don't really want to be smashing through a bunch of blocks and then suddenly have more power ups come down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is, in fact, this should be in its own method right here. So this should be something called check for power up, maybe?
And then, Dad,
Yeah.
what you should do is not increment number of blocks destroyed.
Put it there instead, right?
What?
Num blocks destroyed I put here instead of inside check for power up. Does that make
Yes.
sense? Do you agree with that? Is that what you were suggesting?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Because now, when we smash into them, it won't count as getting a power up.
Yeah, well, we're going to call blow up block. Right now we're calling it in missile behavior, and that's it. I'm not sure if we're compiling or not yet. Do we have any errors here? Looks like, what's weird, it says we just hit the player. I'm not sure why that happened. How did that get in the console? But it looks like we're good here. Now that I have this code, now I can take this and copy this code. Now to blow up the block, and we can put that over, where was it? I actually want to take the whole thing. This is kind of where we started, right? I want to come over here. Actually, before we do it, I'm going to run. I want to run first. And let's just see if it still seems to work. So that still works. That works. And so that, yeah, that seems to work. All right, cool. Okay. So with that, let's get the code changes I just made and get those to you. So they were in missile behavior and obstacle logic.
Okay, I'm in missile behavior.
I'm gonna
Should
just
we
copy.
just replace all of my code?
I'm gonna do that, if that's cool with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So there's a copy coming over to you, missile behavior. There's your case. The other one that changed was obstacle logic. Right here. I'm gonna grab that whole thing and bring it over to you as well. Obstacle logic. Thou Shane Wolf is now following. The wolf is following us. Cool. I think we have a fanfare that we can play for you, Wolf, for that follow. All right. Let's see. Back over to Campbell's machine. I think that's it. Save everything.
Control S, and then in missile behavior too.
Yeah, player properties.
Or wait, in
I think I got
obstacle
both of
logic.
those.
Sorry.
Save player properties. And you
Player
can hit,
properties.
You can hit. There's a button you can hit in the upper left.
Wait, this is saved, but it's still showing it as yellow. Not saved.
No, I think you're good. I mean,
I'm just gonna Control S.
and Control Shift S will save all your files.
Oh, it will.
Yeah, and there's a button that can I move the mouse onto your.
No, that's not what it did. This.
Oh, it looks like you've got a screen capture utility. Hit Escape.
Escape.
All right, interesting. All right, I'm gonna move the mouse. See this button right up here?
Yeah.
It's underneath the Coderush logo on our stream, but that button is your Save All button. Here, I'm gonna move it. I'm gonna move it down so people can see it. Just for a second. That's the button right there. Save All. You hit that button and everything will be saved. All right. I'm back on my machine. Meanwhile, on my machine, I'm just going to take these two files and check them in right now with a small change. I'm going to say refactored. Refactoring, by the way, Campbell, is when we make changes to the code, but we don't change the behavior. So we make the code better. Refactored code to move blow up block to obstacle logic. Like that. I'm gonna stage all of those, and I'm not gonna push the changes yet, but I am gonna commit that. So we'll commit that one. Cool. Next, I want to say back to Campbell's machine. I think. Next thing we want to do is we want to take that collision detection that calls blow up block. And I want you to do this, Campbell. And I want you to take that and put that inside of the player properties.
Blow up.
Looks like player properties still isn't saved up there. But did the game continue to run, Campbell?
What?
Did the game continue to run like you expected it to?
Yes.
Oh, get out of there, Surly. Don't you dare try to come by me. I'll take you out. He's coming out again. The guy does not give up. He's going right for the coins. Got him again. Did you see that, Campbell? He's coming out. It's the epic battle. Happens every show. Okay, where are we? You're in the collision enter. Oh, your collision enter. We need to fix that. That blow up block call. We need, because it's no longer here, and it's a static method. You need to put the name of the class before blow up block.
So player properties?
It's in obstacle logic.
Wait, what class?
Did you hear me? It's in obstacle logic.
Oh.
Right up
So
there.
is that the class?
Yeah. If you put a space here and then go back, move left arrow 1, just to get a space to the right of the caret. Now move left arrow.
Oh, so that we get
IntelliSense. So now if you type in OBS, it should give you a good suggestion. Give me an S there. And then you can just now hit a dot. Put a dot between these two. And that is how you call a class method.
Nope, not working.
Look at what my screen. This is how you call a class method. It's
Yeah, but
not
it's not
working. If you hover over it, you'll find out why. Just hover and read the error. There is no argument given that corresponds to the required formal parameter black hole.
Oh, so we have to have something here.
Yes, that we're going to be sucked into. So we got to pass that in.
We want the black hole, right?
It's inside of player properties, I'm pretty sure.
What is black hole?
Yeah, just type in B. There it is. And now save it and try to run
Black
it.
hole's wrong. Doesn't exist in the current context.
Hit control space on it. I think you just got the...
Nope, doesn't exist.
Oh, that's right. It doesn't exist here. Well, what do we need to do to fix that?
Put the class before it.
What?
Put the name of the class before
Yeah,
it.
we could also, instead of doing it here, we could change we could change obstacle logic so the obstacle knew where the black hole was. And we wouldn't have to pass it in every time.
It's in game logic, right?
No, it's not. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. I don't think so. We need an instance of something. I don't think it. And there, when you just type in the class name, you're going to get only the class static pieces. I think we got to add a new property called black hole here. Make it an uppercase B. Okay, go up to the top of the file. And go to line 10 and hit Shift Enter to duplicate it.
But why a rigid body? Isn't it a game object?
Yeah, no, it's a, yeah, it'll be a game object. We're going to, I think, or it'll be a transform is what it'll be. And now you want to type, because it's, okay. Instead of game object, I think it's a transform is what it is. So go select game object and type in T(x4). T for type, X4 for the transform type. See it? A little faster. Okay, so now we've got a black hole on the player. We're passing that in. Let's go look at this. What's wrong with our on collision code here? Let's look at that. We copied and pasted that in. Scroll that up so we can see it behind your head. All right, so on collision enter, we're only going to blow up blocks right? When we collide with blocks, what's going to happen when we run this?
The player's going to be destroyed.
Yes. Let's delete that line of code. What else is going to happen when we run this?
The blocks will just be sucked into the black hole, right?
They'll blow up and then get sucked into the black hole.
Oh,
When will that happen?
that will happen on collision enter.
Yes. And
If-
do we want it to happen on collision enter? Every time?
No, we want it if scaled up.
There you go. So look at line 105 and 106. Look at line 105 and 106. If scaled up, return. What that means is, hey, if we're scaled up, don't scale up again. Right? But what we want is something a little bit like that. We want to get out of here if we are what?
If we are scaled up. Wait, what do you mean?
Well, get out of here means, good question. When I say get out of here, I'm thinking we have if some kind of condition, then get out, is what I'm thinking. Under what cases do we not want to blow up the block, is my question. When do we not want to blow up blocks?
Not Control V.
Yeah, close.
Oopsies, without the if.
Yeah, and you don't
without
need that
the
extra paren in there.
parentheses.
Good. And the extra one at the end, I think you can get
Yeah,
rid of
there's
too.
a paren up here too.
That is exactly right. So now if we're not scaled up, we don't even care. But if we are scaled up, we're going to start blowing up blocks. All right, let's save everything and test it.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm
Saving.
going to see if I can catch up.
Wait.
Oh, sorry, that was me on
will-
your machine.
yeah.
My bad. Now I'm back on my machine.
Ooh, there's a compiler error.
What do you got? Obstacle logic does not contain a definition for blow up block. Didn't I put that in there? It's there.
It is.
Try this. Make any change and onto a line, like add, hit enter and then delete it, and then hit save. Wait, hit enter again.
It didn't.
It doesn't mark the file
it's
as
not
changed.
No, the asterisk is gone. I told you it's not saved because
Okay.
of all this yellow.
So let's do this. Let's save it. Just in case. Let's select everything and copy to the clipboard. So just in case, hit Control A, or yeah, there you go. That works too. Copy it. You got it?
Got it.
Try closing the file, obstacle logic. Yep. Looks like a Unity Tools problem, is what my guess is. Yeah, hit that a bunch of times. So we can't close it? Huh. Everything else is saved, it looks like. Close down the whole Visual Studio instance. Windows already been registered as a drop target.
Trash.
What's going on? What's going on? Ah! What's happening?
So many drones.
There's so many drones. Watch this, Campbell.
And
It's too
they're all
late. You can't do
following
anything about it. Wait, why isn't SWAT working? Why isn't SWAT working? How does he defeat my SWAT? I don't even understand that. All right, let's see what we can do to close
The
up
real silly bot.
Campbell's machine over here. I'm trying to close it. Windows already been registered as a drop target. All right, now we're going to get serious here. Oh, look at this,
We tried
Campbell.
to get serious.
Your mom's
but
here. Got to get really serious. Whoa. Not the time. Not the time.
In the house.
All right, so I'm going to come in here and I'm going to end the task. This is a really abusive way to kill something, but I'm going to do that. Let's come back over here into your project. Let's open it up again. Any of these? Where were we? Missile behavior? We were having the problem? Or floating behavior? Do you remember?
Obstacle logic.
Obstacle logic. Okay, go open that up. Oh, there it is right there. And select the whole thing and paste. So Control A and then Control V if you want. A real fast way to do it.
Control A. Control B. Or V, not B, not B!
Looks like you've started a build. What you can do is we can come in and go into the build menu and hit cancel. Like that.
Uh-oh.
It's not able to cancel building. Wow. All right. Obstacle logic does not contain. All right. One more time. Control A, Control V. Go ahead. Go for it. Is it still on the clipboard?
Nope,
Just
not
wondering.
working.
It's not working. Yeah, I was a little worried about that. I realized when I move my mouse onto your screen, it transfers my clipboard over to yours.
No!
And so let's go get my obstacle logic and see how far off it'll be if I paste it into yours. And now can we save it? You're right, Campbell, about that bright little yellow. Totally good observation there. All right, that time it worked. That time it appears to save. What's my problem? Let's go switch over to Unity.
We just have to clear. Yep.
Go ahead. You run it. See what happens. Okay, looks like that's working. We don't see the console log, so if there are any errors, we're not seeing if those are there. But we're going to try and get a power-up.
Yes, we
Where's
are.
our power-up? There it is. Run into the power-up, and now just plow into these. Oh, that's kind of working.
Oh no, it's slowing down!
Do you know why I think it's slowing? Well, no, wait. I'm not sure why is it slowing down. What's going on? The variable black hole of player properties has not been assigned.
Yeah, that's easy to fix, though.
All right, do that. Get that one fixed. Here, let me show Campbell's machine. Looks like I didn't have Campbell's machine on. Sorry about that, kids.
Oh. Well, we got the power up, and then when we knocked into blocks, it just slowed down. Well. Let's try again. I don't think that was the problem, the black hole not being assigned, but...
Yeah, for the slowdown, that doesn't make sense. I don't think that would cause a slowdown either. All right, there it is. Power up. Before you get the power up. Oh, you missed it.
I'm gonna make it just...
Do you want to change your left and right motion so they're not so extreme?
Yes.
I don't remember how to do that.
I remember. It's in player properties, the script.
This is game object.
Yeah, I know. I was just... Uh-oh. Player properties. Play 'em. Woo-hoo. Properties.
I got 5 of Surly Dev's drones as they flew by.
Forward.
Surly's like, Mark, come on, man. Why?
Sideways. Force.
They're coming out again. He's doing formation.
Oh, no.
That's
Ow.
awesome. Ah! All right, what's going on, Campbell? Did you figure it out? Sideways force? It's public, so we got to change it in Unity, right?
Oh, right.
Look at all these coins. I just want to grab some coins.
Negative. Swat.
He's taunting me. I can hit the button, you know. It only blows up one?
Yeah.
Got to hit it for each one?
If you do the launch and then the dock, you can get all of them at the same time.
All right. What's going on, Campbell? I forget what we were doing. I was just totally distracted by
yeah,
the
we're
drone.
changing the sideways force to...
All right.
Let's do... Because it was at negative 100 before.
Oh, it was?
So I'm just halving it. Yeah.
Okay.
Have. I don't
Better?
know, that still seems a little
Make
much to
it,
me.
stop it. Make it negative 25.
Negative 25. That's better.
All right, cool. Where's your power up? There it is.
No!
Oh, it fell beneath.
Yeah, because the track hadn't been made yet.
That may be a good... There's one right there. Get it, get it, get it, get it. Yes, now just smash into him.
Yay!
The problem is
It's not slowing
you're bouncing back. And at this point, I don't want you to bounce back.
Yeah, we want to go fast.
I want to disable... What is it? Is it your rigid body? What do I disable so that you just plow through and are not impacted by their physics?
I think it is rigid body. Or is it box collider?
I think we need box collider. So Surly Dub says, now back to the serious business of building your game.
Okay, so I think it is box.
Can we open up both box collider and rigid body and just see what properties are inside?
Center for box collider, there is trigger, slippery, center, size. And then for rigid body, there is mass, drag, angular drag, use gravity, is kinematic, interpolate,
I have an idea.
collision detection.
Do you know about like mass and collisions? Have you learned anything about mass and collisions
No, I don't think so.
and momentum in physics? Nothing
We
you
did
recall?
learn a little bit about momentum, I think.
So, like, imagine a train, something
Yes.
really big and heavy, and it's moving very slowly, right? And imagine I've got an egg right up against a brick wall, and the train's moving very slowly when it hits the egg, right? What happens to the train's speed when it hits the egg?
It slows down.
By a lot or by a little?
The tiniest bit.
Because its mass is so great. Now imagine a feather pushing up against it, moving very slowly against it. What does the feather do when it hits the egg?
The feather stops.
Stops or bounces back a little
Yeah.
bit, right? Because does not have as much mass. My idea is that when we scale up, we turn our mass to 100. And we don't make any other changes.
Uh-huh.
And I think we're going to just smash through things. Can we try that?
Okay. But then after we would have to change it back to 1.
Sure. Right now we're not really recovering from this. We're just moving to it. So let's move to it because we said we wanted to smash through blocks. And we haven't quite got there yet. So I would go to, power up right here.
Do we do it just right after?
Yeah.
It's get component.
Right.
No, not Jewett. Get component dot box collider.
Not quite. It's not a dot
Or no,
here.
it's rigid body.
It's angle brackets.
Oh,
Remember those angle
right.
brackets? This is something called a generic method, which is a method that can work on a lot of different types.
Rigid body.
And then what goes here? Perfect. And then a dot at the end of this. So there's the method call. And now we want to get...
not use gravity, mass.
Yeah, mass. Perfect. Set it equal to 100. So it's 100 times the mass of the things it's colliding into. Right? Let's try it.
Yeah, we're gonna smash.
Save and
these.
run. Save.
Oh, right. Oopsies. Control S.
This could be really fun. This could look cool. And I think I like this still better because then, enough blocks could eventually still slow you down. All right, where is that? Here's the power up. Slow down,
yes!
Campbell. All right, now just collide into them and see how it looks and feels.
No!
Here we go. Here you go. You're gaining speed. You got to
Oh
get
no,
enough speed
since
up.
my mass is so high, I can't move at all.
Oh. Then we got to change the force applied.
Oh, yes, we can, and then we can sideways force also bigger.
Yeah.
Times 100, right? To make it the same.
I don't know about that. So is it hard to move left and right as well?
What do you mean? Yeah, that's what I meant by left and right. It was hard for me to move.
Oh, it's hard to move left and right? I think your forward speed was also being reduced.
Sideways force.
I think what I would do is instead of changing
Equals.
these, well, you could do this. You say like times 2.
I was thinking 100 because we're multiplying its mass by 100,
All
right?
right, let's play with it and see what happens. Do that. There's your sideways force. And what about your forward force?
Oh, yes.
What is that? Where's that applied? Can we go look in update, fixed update? So drop a marker here so we can get back. Just hit Alt Home.
I remember.
Now you can scroll up, or there's fixed update.
Forward force.
It's down behind your chair. Wait.
Oh, oopsies.
Scroll up, I think. I think it's at the top. There it is.
We don't have a forward force. It's just 2.
Yeah. So we need to add a forward force.
I think we actually do have a forward force. For some reason, I feel like we do. But we don't.
I don't see it. Take line 31 and duplicate it. Use camel case navigation.
Alt Shift.
There you go.
Wait. Oopsies.
You can Alt Shift left or right. So we're going to call this the forwards force. And set this to 1.
Wait, why not 2?
Because I want to multiply it by that. Okay, no, you're right. That's fine. Set it to 2.
Because that's what it is.
Yeah, fine. Make it 2.
Oopsies. I did not mean to do that.
Did you say oops?
Yeah, I accidentally added a slash.
Nice. Okay, and then you want to change forward force when we scale up as well.
Yes. Oh, wait. Escape.
You can duplicate this line.
Yeah, that's... Oh! Genius, people!
Good job. You want to try it? I'm not sure that this is going to actually work the way you think. I'm thinking we might have to tweak these numbers here. I'm thinking that forward force, it may just fly away from us. It might. When we do it. Also, for testing purposes, we might reduce the number of blocks you have to hit to get a power up.
Yeah, we should probably do that. I forget where that is, though. I think it's in Game Object. No.
No. Power up, maybe. Is there a script here? I don't see a script in the power up.
Power up behavior. No,
Nope.
it's not here. Wait,
That's where
is
it would be
delete
the great
behind
place to put it is.
camera?
Maybe in, let's look for the obstacle. The prototype block, is that our obstacle? And
Nope.
no. Look at the missile prototype. Wherever we
That
find this,
would make no sense.
definitely not in the oh wait, missile behavior? None blocks to power up.
What?
Because we're destroying the missiles. The missiles were destroying blocks here. But it makes sense to move this
We
somewhere
can
else.
do that after.
I don't know if I would make it not one, but okay. Here you go. All right, watch your speed when the mass changes. Doesn't look
No.
like it's changed. Now try to move.
Oh my god, look, it's spreading into like 1,000,000. Instead of just 4.
I think you're right. You might be locked up.
No! And that was the second I hit 1 block.
I think you're right. I think what's happening is we're breaking into them and breaking many, many, many. So we just kind of went to infinity. We kept doubling and doubling, or you know, cubing and cubing.
Yeah, they're just going into dust.
All right, let me switch over to your over here. I'm gonna hit Control Shift Escape. I'm gonna go and say let's kill, I guess, the Unity editor.
Yeah.
That last change we're gonna lose. Any other changes we haven't saved, we're gonna lose.
Wait, what last change?
You just changed the distance between blocks to the number of blocks to drop before we drop a power up.
Is there a
to 1.
possible way we can save from here?
I don't think so.
Wait, there might be like a 5.
There might be a way to break. Let's try this. I'll switch over to my machine. I'm going to do a search to see Unity locked up. Unity game lockup. Unity game locked up. How do we break?
Unshaved work stuck.
From infinite loop, what can I do? Save your work. That's if it's an infinite loop. This is not an infinite loop, but it's like an infinite loop.
Yeah, but how do we save it?
You save by hitting Control S before you run.
Yeah, but that's before you run. And we're stuck.
Yeah, everybody's saying you're pretty much...
Oh, God! Dad, my screen.
I saw it. Your screen just updated.
It just changed to this.
It's a mess. We're creating so many particles.
Terrible mess.
Yeah, I'd love for it to get out of here. I think you're going to have to exit. I think you're going to have to kill it. That's what I think. If you want it to wait around a bit, you can. I'll let you make that choice. Kill it? All right, so Control, Shift, Escape.
The good thing is that I did save recently, I think.
One of the things we can try is deleting, is ending Visual Studio. And ending that may or may not give Unity. Nope, it didn't. Didn't help. All right, we're going to end the task. Okay. Start it back up. Oh. Start it back up and let's see what we've lost. We need to, here's the other thing we need to do, Campbell.
Yeah?
We need to make it so that we stop that infinite loop from happening.
Uh-huh.
The reason it does stop when a missile hits is because we destroy the missile immediately.
Yes.
But what we have to do now is when we break these into pieces, we need to track the piece. Is it broken once? If it is, we're not going to break it a second time. Okay?
Oh.
Let's look at the code. I'm going to jump over to your machine. Let's go look at...
Wait, can I just do something real quickly?
Uh-huh.
I'm just going to change this back to 1 for a test.
Make it. Oh, you want to make it 1. You're really going to... We're going to push our luck. All right, let's go to... What is it? Obstacle logic? No, it's player. Where are we? Player properties. Player properties is what happens when we decide to blow up a block.
Yes, right.
Right?
Right.
I just thought of a clever way that we can decide whether to blow up the block or not. On collision, enter. Blow up block. Here we go.
We could
Just hit
create
tab
a
to next
Boolean.
reference, and it's not going in. Coders isn't loaded yet. So we're
Wait,
waiting.
Dad, we could create a Boolean that's like, is it split up or not? And then, every time we hit it, every time that it is split apart, we would set that to true. And then we can say...
Yes, we could absolutely do that. However, I think we can do it better, faster if we do this. If we say...
I think your caps lock is on.
Yeah, I've just undid it. If the scale of x is less than 1 divided by 8, then return.
1/8.
So what that means is that'll allow up to 3
splits.
3 cubed splits. Or we could start off by saying if it's less than 1/2, that only allows 1 split.
No, I don't think that's fine.
You want to go to 1/4?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So if the scale is less than 1/4, that means it's been split 3 times. I can say less than or equal, that means it's split 2 times. I think that's all we need to do. Okay, you're going to make it less than. You want to see 3 of them. All right, we're going to push the limits on Campbell's machine. Let's go ahead. You want to run
It's
it?
not letting me save. Yeah,
Save there.
that's it. Wait, before we run.
Save everything.
Yes.
Save your changes. This
This
music
is
is
the
perfect.
perfect music.
Dramatic music. Here we go. And let's look at your speed. Does your speed relative to the end? It doesn't seem to change much. Or is it?
No!
It's still
Stop it.
problematic.
Stop it! No! At least we saved.
All right, Control Shift Escape.
End task.
And restart it. You might want to end Visual Studio. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe that'll still work.
So, should we make it 1/2?
Yeah, let's make it 1/2. I really think this is the problem. I'm surprised actually that still locked up with that change.
And you could see that it kept on making more and more. Or at least I thought I saw that.
Oh, we might want to do something else too. We're still probably triggering. Is that a problem or not? Yeah, let's make it. You want to get to blow up block. If you hit the num enter key, you can bring up symbol search.
And then what is it we're looking for? Blow up block.
Right. And you could also type in BUB, just the initials for it, right there. It's interesting it's showing it in missile behavior. That shouldn't be in missile behavior anymore. And it's showing multiples for you as well. Blow up block. Let's change this. If it's just say if it's less than 1.
What? Purely for testing purposes.
Let's see if that changes it.
It's saved. It's saved. Wait, I have to get ready. Yeah! Woohoo! Uh-oh, no! Stop it.
Slowing down?
Slowed down.
What do we think the cause of the slowdown is?
We were hitting too many at a time because we were big. Oh, right. Remember, because we assigned the black holes transformed to something to the black hole.
Yeah, no, I got that. I got that. What are these errors over here? The black hole property. Are you looking and fixing that right now?
Yeah.
Player properties. All right, let's fix that.
Yeah, black hole.
I think that we can organize this a little bit. I feel like black hole should maybe be in my main game object, which I kind of want to rename to game logic a little bit. Can we run it again?
Uh-huh.
And see, I just want to get a sense of performance. Right there.
No.
Looks like Mom says Campbell's so cute. Thanks, Mom.
Uh-oh, my control's not working.
Click on the game.
I am. Look, it's selected.
The game window is selected. Try it again.
No, it's not working.
Wonder why that is.
Player properties? Something's wrong.
Your sideways force is still negative 100, by the way.
No. Oh, it is?
Yeah. By the way, you're looking right at the update call here for player properties. Take a look at it right here. Here's where your get key codes are. It's right behind you.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Just hit escape or click away. Yeah, there you go. This is all that code. This code has not changed.
Wait a minute. Where is the campfire missile again? Wait. Tab to next reference. Tab.
It's right behind you. Cuter than the other one. That's what Surly Dev says. Yeah, I suppose that's fair.
Oh. Okay. I thought they were talking about G.
So,
Okay.
I want to try it again. I don't understand why it's not working. What are you thinking, Campbell? Nothing changed here, right? So why would it, that doesn't make sense. I would check the game and make sure that with player properties is still hooked up to it. It is. I would change the sideways force to -25. We changed that, right? Remember that? I would save it, and I would try running again one more time. And we recently restarted. Is that
control
true?
worked.
Control worked that time.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what happens. 1, 2.
And we're not slowing down, are we? Well, we kind of are, but just ever so slightly.
It's not bad. Okay, this is... Oh, now but look at all these, though. Okay, so that's because of your...
number of blocks to power up.
Right. What I think we want to do is really have something that says, hey, is there already one power-up out there? If there is, create no more. Those power-ups slow us down because they've got the video playing on all 6 sides of it.
Yeah, which is...
What do you want to do next? Number of blocks to power up? Do you want to change that?
Oh yeah, we should probably change that. The scale.
And then after that, what do you want to do?
Wait. The scale. Let's do the scale. Not the scale, sorry.
The time?
Yes.
All right. So we need to basically decide what our power up time is going to be. We need to num blocks power up, change it to 15.
Yeah,
all
that's
right,
what
cool.
it was before.
Do you want to save and test that, or do you trust that that's all
I
good?
trust that that's all good.
Okay. So we need to go where we're doing the power ups. We need to get to that script, figure that out.
All right. Power up. Well.
This is not actually going to be it.
Oh, it's going to be in player properties, right? Because that's where we actually have the power up.
Yeah, we've got the method power up right there. Scroll that so it's up on screen. Okay. So
wait. Would we do something a little bit like if current time is greater than the amount of time that we want it to live?
Yes.
Then
we would. You know what I want to do? I want to make some changes on your machine.
Wait.
The code you've got.
Actually, before we do the... never mind. We can do that after. It's pretty easy, right?
Tell me. I don't know what you're saying.
The animation of the scale up.
Oh.
Instead of...
Yeah. We could do that.
We should do that after, though, because it's easy, right?
All right. Let me do some refactoring first. Here's what I don't like. See these 2 lines of code?
Uh-huh.
I don't like these lines of code. And the reason I don't like them is because, and just to be clear, I like you, and the lines of code are not connected to you, even though you wrote these lines of code. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Right? It's possible for me to not like my own lines of code as well that I write. But I don't like these lines of code because they destroy what the original sideways force and forward force was.
No, they don't.
They don't destroy it?
I don't think so.
If the original one, well, are you saying we just remember and divide by 100? Because we could do that. But what I'm suggesting here is, look, let's say you set this to 25. When I change it, now sideways force is 2,500, and I don't remember what it originally was anymore. And I think it might be better if we never touch sideways force, but instead have a multiplier. Does that make sense? By the way, did you test sideways force once you had scaled up?
Yes, I did. It works.
Fine? It was good? Okay, good. So here's what I want to do instead. I want to come up here, and I want to create a new float that's going to be called, I'm going to call it my power up multiplier. And I'm going to set that equal to 1. Okay? And wherever I'm using sideways force or torque or forward force, I'm going to throw that in there. See, like that?
Uh-huh.
And same thing with sideways force here.
Oh, and then all we have to do is
Change our multiplier.
multiply, power up
And
multiplier.
everything, yeah, and it's so much. It's simpler. That's all I'm getting at there. Is it's simpler. I think those are the only times those show up.
Yeah, I think so.
So now what I want to do is I just want to say my power up multiplier is now equal to 100. Like that. And I can delete this line of code. And to be honest, I could even do this. If, you know, we were like, well, I'd have to set it to 100 first, but I have to switch the order of these. But I could do this right here. Power multiplier is 100, and then mass is equal to 100. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Do you want to try that and see if those changes preserved behavior? So that's refactoring, is when we make changes.
That don't change the code necessarily, but they make it easier to read and
Yeah, it
all
changes
that
the
stuff.
code, but it doesn't change the behavior. So the program still behaves the same. We're now up to what? How many? 15 blocks?
Wait, did I not?
I think you got to get.
I don't think I got bigger. The power up is, oh, right.
You need about 15 blocks or something. I think now, right?
Missile prototype. I'm going to make that back
Make it
1.
5 or 4.
I'm going to make it 1 just
Okay.
for testing purposes.
You can't delete a whole bunch of them, or else your game will slow down.
Yep, it works.
Okay, cool. And the movement feels good left and right.
Yes. Okay, so now back to the limited time.
This really says, I just like my code all the time. Except the code that controls my drones. I love that code. It's pretty good. It's cute code. Okay, so now we're gonna. Are we setting a time to stop it? Is that what we're doing?
Oh yeah, let's do. It's
I think we need a float.
that is like it's death time.
Yeah, exactly. So
Or
give me a new float.
Duration. I'm just gonna put it here because.
Are you gonna duplicate that one?
Yeah.
Scroll it up so we can see you. It's right behind you. See it? Okay. And we're gonna say power up time. I like that it's public because we could actually change that.
Power up time.
So we'll do power up time, but we also need a float that's the death time. Or this could be power up duration. I like
Yes.
using the word duration here instead.
Because it's we're not like setting a time for
Yeah.
it.
So power up duration.
We're not setting a time for it to die. We're setting the amount of time that it lives.
Right, that's what
basically.
we're setting in Unity, and then in our code, we're going to figure out when its death time is. You know, maybe we'll so go ahead there, perfect, perfect, and then now on the next line, just type in VF to get a new float. V for variable, F for float.
Oopsies, sorry. My fault.
And we're going to call this power up end time, maybe? What do you think about that? And since it's
Yeah.
private, I like to start my private variables with a lowercase letter.
And there's a W. I must have not hit that.
Yeah, you can't call it poor up. This is a kid's show, man. If we can't, there we go. Power up. Power up
Ah!
end time, I
And
think.
time.
Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Time. All right, cool. When do we set this? Let's first decide when our power up end time is. Let's add that code first.
When is it?
What method do we want to be in?
Fixed update.
What'd you say?
Fixed update.
I'm gonna say no, not to that
Oh wait,
one.
no, it's start, right? Because we want to do it immediately. We want to set. Or wait a
we powered
minute.
up at
No,
the start of the game?
it's when we're scaled up.
Right. Go find that method.
Bum, 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 bum.
Good. There's the
power
method
up.
you want to make the change to.
bottom or at the top? It's at the bottom.
It doesn't matter.
No,
'Cause
but it might
these-
matter because we might use that number in this code. We will. Never mind. We can just do it at the bottom.
Well, if we find out we need to use it later, we can move it to the top. But it doesn't matter. It's just got to, when I say the top, I mean before line 112. You don't do it before line 110. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You see why it would be problematic if we did it after line 109? Okay, what's the line of code look like?
The line of code looks like
You got something on the clipboard?
death time. Do I?
Did you copy it on the clipboard, the variable you just created?
Nope.
Okay. But it starts with power up.
It's power up death time.
Control space, was it end time or control space?
Oh yeah, it's intelligence not coming up. What?
Okay, power up duration is one of the things you need. But it's something else.
That's not what I wanted. I hit control space and it just automatically did that.
End time. See it? There. What's the line of code look like? Time, that's the game time. Good, in seconds. Type in D right now with a couple capital D. Okay. That's correct. So now we've got to power up end time. Where are we going to check it?
Oh, we're gonna say if.
Not here.
Whoa.
This is in the power up method. We
Oh,
have to
where?
go to a new place. Where are we going to check our power up end time?
In fixed update.
Perfect. So add that code in fixed update. Scroll that up a little bit because it's coming right up behind your chair. All right. So if what?
Wait. If death time. Or wait, end time. Sorry, that's the variable we used. Power up end time.
Think carefully.
No, wait. Oopsies. Sorry.
Don't
it's
delete
time.
the whole thing. You kind of want to use that.
Right, I do.
So you just want to get the caret on the other side of
Yes,
it. You can
yes.
hit Control left arrow.
Or oopsies. We can just ignore that. It's oopsies. Yeah.
Because there wasn't a space to the right of the caret, you lost IntelliSense there. So it didn't correct it for you. All right, what operator goes here? Perfect. That's looking really good, Campbell. All right, good. What are we going to do?
I just wanted to do that because I
know.
like braces.
You can do that. Hey, Karen.
How are you?
We're doing great.
Great. Charging my phone and you're charging.
Okay.
Then local scale. Is that what it is?
It's right here. It's our power up multiplier. I think that's one of the things you want to change.
Oh, right.
Just down arrow and enter. We'll get it. See it's selected for you there?
Then power up multiplier divided by?
Nope. You say it equal to.
Oh, right. Or wait, 3 was right?
1. Pretty sure it's 1.
No, we set it to 3.
Surly says, hi, Karen. How are you?
Surly?
Perfect in every way, I assume.
How do you know that?
He says, Mark, hide your wallet.
I just set a marker there so I could get back easily. Yeah, it's 3.
That's power up duration.
Oh, right. Yeah, it's 1.
Our power multiplier is 1. All right, let's go back to it. What you got? You weren't supposed to read that line out loud, he said. Sorry. Right, I wasn't supposed to do that.
What, then I'm practically perfect?
No, that one he was okay with. Just the hide your wallet line, I think, is the one he didn't want me to.
Oh.
You want me to read that one?
Zoe doesn't want it. Yeah.
And then here we want to change its mass too, right?
Yep, I totally agree with that.
Get component.
You can copy the line of code that's down, right there, line 122. Or you can just type it in again.
Yeah.
It's rigid body, isn't it?
Oh, right, it's rigid body.
You can type in RB. There you go. And then get the call. Is Mom squeezing your head?
Oopsies. I forgot to do this.
That's going to get too much brains out, Mom. We can't do that.
Dot mass equals 1 again.
Yes. There's a scale thing going on here.
Yeah, it's local scale.
And the position is changed as well.
It has.
Yeah. Do you mind if I try this? Or do you want to do it?
I kind of want to do it.
Okay. Let's start by copying the two lines of code.
Transform.
Or actually, before we do that, wait, look at lines. Hit escape a second. There's 2 lines of code. Look at line 119, 120, and 121. All right, here's what I want you to do. I want you to only do this. Select lines 120 and 121. Select those 2 lines of code. Hit the code rush key, and we're going to do something called extract method. Name this scale, or scale up, or something like scale by. Maybe scale by is a better one. Scale by. Okay. Do that. And you can just now move the caret to the right on the word multiplier. Hit the code rush key, and we're going to choose a refactoring called inline temp. See it down there?
Yeah.
It's going to take that temporary variable and inline it. So now we've just got scale by 2f. Copy that line of code, and on line 110, paste it in, but give me the one that's going to scale the opposite way with it. You're going to change the parameter on it. What are we going to pass in instead of a 2 to make it restore it?
-2.
Nope. If we just doubled it, if we took 1 and we multiplied by 2 to get to 2,
we want to divide it by 2.
right? So which is the same as multiplying by
multiplying by 1/2.
perfect.
Is that all we need?
Yeah, you could also do a 0.5 f as well. But I think that'll work. Oh wait, there's one other problem. There's one other problem. And it's in your if statement. It's in the expression of your if statement. Up at the top on line 106. This if statement is going to execute in fixed update every time. Actually, there's 2 more problems. Let's come back to this. There's another problem. In the body of your if statement, you need to do one more thing to stop the scaling up.
Oh. I think it has to do with either incrementing or decrementing.
Not really, but it does have something to do with changing the flag. We've got a flag called scaled up on line 116 and see line 118. What do we want to do with that flag inside of this block of code? When I say flag, I mean it's a Boolean variable.
We have to set it to false.
Yeah. So a quick way to do that, Campbell, is if you go back to where you were on line 118, hit copy, Control C. go up a couple lines to line 110, or and go to the end of that line, hit the end key, and then enter.
And then wait, I remember what it is. It's Control V.
No, there's a template that uses what's on the clipboard to set it to true. So undo that, paste, or to set something to true. Do you remember what the template is? Set to true. In CodeRush, you use abbreviations to figure out what you want to do. I want to set something to true. Try it.
And then it is just space.
Yeah. ST sets it to true. What do you think SF does?
Sets it to false.
It does. Okay. S0 will set it to 0. Whatever's on the clipboard. Okay. Now, we're going to execute this time is greater than power up time every single time we get into fixed update. We're going to do that, this question up here at the top, the 106.
106.
Line 106, this expression is going to happen every time we go through fixed update.
Is it?
Do we only want to check this when we're scaled up, or do we only want to check it when we're not scaled up, or do we want to check it regardless all the time?
We want to check it when we're scaled up.
So here's what we want to do. Can I do the mouse on this?
Oopsies, I don't know why.
I'm going to do this. Whoops. Hold on a second. Let me undo that.
I think it's because we both did the backspace at the same.
Scaled up is on the clipboard. So what I want to do is come to the beginning of the line. I'm going to paste it in, type in and hit the space bar like that. So now we're only going to execute this line of code when we're scaled up. Or sorry, we're only going to execute this block. And more importantly, we're only going to check this second part of the equation if this first part is true. Because this is an and, Campbell, if this turns out to be a false,
then we're just not going to check the other one because it doesn't matter.
Because they both have to be true for it to be true. So this is called Boolean short circuiting or shortcutting or something like that. I thought it was short circuiting, but shortcutting makes better sense. But that's what's going on there. Do you want to try running it?
Sure. Oh, wait. Do we want to set our duration to just a...
Whatever you want. Short circuiting, says Surly Dev. Yeah, that's what I remembered as well. It's Boolean short circuiting. I guess that kind of makes sense as well. Boolean short circuiting.
So we should last for 3 seconds, I believe.
All right, let's count. 1, 2, 3.
Whoa!
Okay.
That's what you said about the position.
Well, I thought it was going to work, but it apparently did not work. Let's go look at the code.
We just shrunk down to like, boom.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's because we're constantly going down, 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 down.
We're setting. Oh, this is the problem.
It's supposed to be false. That's what I was like. Wait, why are we setting it true in both places?
Whenever that happens, I'm probably wrong. Whenever you're like, wait, why aren't we doing something? Just let me know. You can just type in the letter F and spacebar there, by the way, if you want. Okay, no worries. Scaled up is false. Let's try this. Save it.
Now it should work.
All right.
Yeah. Now should we do the amount of time
You want to do animation?
bar? Yes.
If we're going to do animation, we need to modify the scale while it is in the fixed update. We need to update that scale over time.
Like a lot.
Yeah, let me look at your code. I think we're going to need to refactor it. Go ahead and show your code again.
My code?
Go to the part where we power up. Go to the power up method. All right. Power up calls scale by. Scale by says it takes the current scale and does a multiplier on it. I'm deciding I don't like that. I don't like this. Okay. What I want to do instead, let's look at Unity for a second. I'm going to switch over to Unity. And I want to look at the player. Is it scale? Yeah, perfect. It's 1, 1, and 1. See that?
Yes.
Okay. So here's how I want to fix this. I want to say, I want to change this to scale 2. Is what I want to do. Instead of it being a multiplier, it's just going to be, call this the new scale. Like that. Okay? And now that I've got new scale, I'm just going to pass it in. Oh, wait, hold on. The position, I think it's this. And then this becomes new scale across the board here. 1, 2, 3. Like that. So we're going to set the new scale. X, Y, and Z will all have that new scale. Our transform, we're still going to keep the X and Y, but the Y position is going to be plus the new scale divided by 2. Cool. I want to rename this using a refactoring called rename. Call it scale 2 so it changes everywhere. All right, so there's scale 2. So now we can say scale 2 and scale 2. I just want to test it, make sure it still works. Okay,
yes.
So that with that refactoring, let's test that. So I've saved it. Can you run it? Shirley's asking, was it the double ampersand that does that? Yes, it is.
Oh God, we got soup tiny.
Oh, you know why? Because we don't want to pass it to. We don't want to pass it
The missiles are
we're not going.
huge
We don't want to do it relative. We want to do it to 1. So what line are we going to change? So before we were in scale by. Right. Look at the calls to scale 2 now. Look at that line right there. What do we change this line to?
We want to just change it to 1.
Yes. That's what we do. Okay.
Now if we save
that, that should fix the problem. The cool thing is you've got this, now you can play with scale in the game. You can have another power up where you get really tiny. That might be
Yeah.
useful to get through tunnels or something like that. 1, 2, 3, and you're back to normal size. Okay, good so far?
Yeah, good.
Now we want to animate that. All right, so to animate that, you know what would be really cool? Well, we need to get a scale value. And it's got to be of a type. What are we going to use? What's the type going to be that's going to hold that value? What's the type? I know this question might sound confusing, but we created a new type last show.
A
Yesterday.
smooth mover.
The smooth mover. So we want to create something inside of there. Why don't you go to the code? And I think we're going to use smooth movers, a lot of these. So go find a reference to the smooth mover class up at the top of this file you're in. Go to the top of smooth mover, right click on smooth mover, and choose use type in templates.
Oh, and then just SM.
SM. And click add. Now you'll be able to create new instances of smooth mover very easily.
It's just SM bam.
Yeah, it'll be
SM space.
VSM, for example, to create
Oh,
a variable of type smooth mover. Surly says, I hear you're a smooth mover, Mark. That's how you ended up with Karen, right? No, it's just all persistence. Everywhere she looked, I kept showing up. I'm over here. She turned around. Here I am. I wouldn't go away. She gave up. That's how she got me. Let's see. Where are we going to? Where are we going to create this, Campbell?
Wait, what are we trying to change again? The player, right? It's in player
The
properties.
player scale, yes. Here's where we want to do it. So we need to create something to do that animation. So we need a variable of type smooth mover declared here in player properties. Can you do that?
Oh, a variable of type smooth mover? Yeah, of course I can.
you can hit the end key and hit enter to get a new line. All right, and we're going to call this, I think, maybe our scale animation or something like that. Scale animation. And if we don't do anything else, this is going to default to null. It'll have no value at all. Okay? And what I'd like to do is something like this. Here, let me grab it a second. What I'd like to do is inside of the fixed update, instead of doing the scale to here, what I want to do is something else. Is I want to say, hey, if scale animation is not null, then we can do something with it. And I want to say, I want to call scale to and pass in scale animation dot value. Okay? That's what I want to do. Okay. Then I want to do something like this. If scale animation dot has ended, this doesn't exist yet, but if it has ended, then I want to set it to null.
We should probably copy that, right?
Well, I want to declare it. But before I declare it, I want you to just look at the code for a second. So I'm going to scale to whatever the value is if it's not null. And then once it's ended, I'm going to set it to null. Which means if it's null, the next time we get to this line of code, we're going to just blaze right past it.
Yeah, we'll be like, nah,
say,
we don't
we're
need
null,
you.
we're done. All right, so now we need to implement this. So I'm going to say, I'm going to hit control dot. Oh, really? Okay, I won't do control dot on that. Instead, I'm going to copy to the clipboard. We're going to go into Smooth Mover. And I'm going to create a new read-only Boolean property there called has ended. And our getter is going to be what? We're going to return. How do we know if we've ended?
Wait. Oh. If the current time is greater than, or time.time
Perfect.
is greater than duration. It's power up duration, right?
It's kind of more start time plus duration seconds.
That's what I meant.
That's what
No,
it is
that's
right
not
there.
what I meant.
We
That's
could
not
do
at all
this.
what I
I
meant.
could take this out right here. We could also create something called end time like that. And I can come in here and I can create a new read-only float. Whoops. Hold on. Read-only float property right there. Call it end time. And that could come in and that could return those two added together. Okay? Also, anywhere else we have these two added together, we could replace it with end time. I have a feeling we might add these together elsewhere. No. There it is. See it? Right there. End time. Is end time used anywhere else? It's not, so I can come in here, inline that temporary variable. Okay. So now we have has ended. Okay? If it's ended, then we set it to null. All right, cool. And now what I want to do.
Wait, can you stop? I'm a little confused.
You bet.
What is this code doing? Or I know what this code is doing,
That's a
but what
great
have
question.
we done?
Wait,
so
what'd you
far?
say?
What have we done so far?
All right, so what I'm doing is we've set it up so that every time we're in fixed update, right? It's kind of a big, getting to be pretty big method here, but that's fixed update, right? It's called 60 frames a second, right? If scaled animation is not null, then we're going to scale to the value, whatever that value is. And if that animation is ended, then we're going to set it to null. So we're only going to set the call scale to if we're in the middle of animating.
Yeah.
That's what this code does. Now, we still have to create a new instance of scale animation when it's time to do it. So we've got it, we want to do it here. And we want to say scale animation is equal to new smooth mover. And we want to pass in the parameters to it. The parameters are duration seconds. What's the seconds? How long for the animation?
For the animation, it's however long the duration, the power up duration?
I'm going to say it's a half a second.
Oh, you mean for the
For the scaling.
up. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, no, it's an int? Hold on. I want to
Yeah,
fix
it's an
that.
int.
Smooth mover. Whoops.
How are we gonna fix it?
F12. I'm going to change the constructor. Hold on. Let's move these two down. Do you like that song? All right. See these right here? I'm just going to change these. Type in TF there to give me the float.
TF.
And TF there. That should be all I need. Because these properties are floats, aren't they? I just realized I've got a different shortcut key. Yeah, they're floats. So we're good. That's how I'm going to change it. So now we've got 0.5. And then what's the other property here?
The other property is
Your start value. So my start value is going to be, I think I've got a transform here, dot scale, local scale, dot x. So whatever our current scale is, that's going to be our starting. And the end value is going to be a 1.
Dad, you have to add an F after 0.5
Thank you. So instead of doing
because
this,
it's a float,
I'm going to do that.
a root beer float.
Okay? Creating a new smooth mover will set its start time to the current time. It'll add on 0.5 to it. And I think that will animate it back down slowly. We haven't fixed this yet in the other direction. Can we fix it in the other direction?
Yeah.
Do you want to do that first? Let me do this too. I'm going to get rid of this line of code. I'm going to take all of these lines of code and I am going to...
Extract as method?
Yes, I'm going to extract it to a method. What do you think I'm going to call it?
You're gonna call it power up.
I'm going to call it power down. That's what I'm going to call it.
Power down.
Yeah. And because that's the case, I can now remove these block delimiters here because it's just got a single child statement in it. All right, so there's my power down. Power down creates a new scaled animation like that. And then over here, I'm going to do the same thing, but now I'm going to delete this line here and instead change this to a 2. That's our final value. Make sense?
Yeah.
Watch touching the mic during the show. Try it, run it, see what'll happen. Is this going to work? Here we go, watch it carefully. We're looking for a smooth scale up.
Nope.
That totally didn't work.
Neither did the scale down.
Did you? I didn't see the scale down. I didn't look at that either.
No, it's just but maybe we should maybe it's just that we're not seeing it. Do you want to change this to
Code review.
No, not 4 5. Do we want to change this to maybe 1?
That's the duration.
Yes, and I think it could be possibly that we just can't see it. I'm gonna
You
try
think
this.
it's happening so quickly. I don't think that's the case. Half a second, we should be totally able to see it.
I don't know. I'm just gonna still try again.
That's okay. Yeah, it jumped up immediately.
Yeah, that's not it. Yeah, look, that's the power down.
Oh, I still was not paying attention to the power down. Let's look at the code. Scale animation. We're going to start with the first parameter's duration. We're going to go with the current scale, whatever it is. And we're going to change it to go to 2.
Can we turn up? Can we make the AC just a bit hotter? Because I'm really cold right now.
Yeah, I can turn it off. Is what I can do. It'll get hot nice and quickly. Let's tap to next reference on... Wait, hold on a second. Why is this a 0.5 here? This power up should go to a 2. Change
do you
this to a 2. Did you switch the... Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry. Hold on. No,
you're
no, no.
thinking of the last.
I've got my parameters mixed up. It is correct. This one goes to 2, and the one above it at the top of the screen goes to 1. All right, tap to next reference on scaled animation. On scale animation.
scale animation. Tappity tab. Tappity tab.
Wow. Let's go look at has ended. I wonder if has ended is if we got a problem there. If it's just immediately changing that out there. That looks good. Hold on, let me. I think the problem's somewhere else. Oh, I know what the problem is. We're never calling start on it. So we never have a start time for it.
Oh.
I think, though, if we're going to give it duration seconds, I feel like we can safely call it from here, from the constructor. What do you think about that?
I think, yes, I think that...
Let me see who else is using this here.
Oh, maybe.
There's our scaled animation. Camera Y is using it as well. That's kind of what I'm thinking. It's a start call right there. Let's save this. Let's go try a change. Let's go see how it works. Let's run it now.
Whoa, that was not wanted.
Did you jump? Or
I didn't jump. That was them.
let's try it again. It's okay.
Wait, did we accidentally change our position instead of our scale, maybe?
We are moving the position, but the logic may not be right. So hands off the keyboard. Okay.
But
Looks
we
like
come
the
back
animation's
down
kind
bigger.
of working, but the position's wrong. Let's go look at the code. Let's go look at the scale 2 code. See why does that look like it's animating up?
I think it's because we changed the position too.
Look at scale 2. Look at the scale 2 code. No, I think you're absolutely right. Oh, this, look at the problem. It's in the middle parameter. It's adding plus half the scale every time we call it.
Oh.
What's the position Y of the player?
It is. I think. I'm not sure. Wait, let me just check. Player.
Not with the game running, I guess. The position Y depends on whether you're jumping or not, actually.
Oh, wait, that depends on what track we're on, Dad.
Yeah.
But it's 1.
Yeah, so let's go back. Let's go back to that code. I think we need to pass another parameter in. Let's go back and look at that code. I think we're going to have to save the Y position when we start a scale up or scale down, and pass that in. That's kind of what I feel like. So when we start it, we're going to save that and pass it in. That's what I think. Can we try that at least and see how that works? Do you mind if I write that code, or do you want to do it?
I don't understand what you're saying.
Well, here's the problem. We're calling this 100 times a second, or 60 times a second. Every time we call it, we're setting the transform position equal to its current Y position plus the new scale divided by 2.
Yeah, I understand that, so that we're not, like, sinking into the ground.
Which means every time, yeah, but we do that once, it's no big deal. We do that 100 times. Every time it's taking then our Y position, adding scale divided by 2 again. Right? It's doing this again and again and again to this Y that's moving as we're adding it.
So how are we going to change that?
What I want to do is have a parameter for the y, and I want to set that up here. So I want to add an additional parameter here.
Comma.
Add parameter. It's going to be a type float, and it's going to be called new or saved y, maybe saved y, like that. And then we're going to pass in. I'm just going to call this y position before scale animation.
Wait, I think you're in the wrong line of code right now.
No, I think I'm good.
Oh, this is the code you're meant to be in? You want to be in?
Yeah. So there's scale 2. So now what I want to do is I want to tap to next reference on this, and when we create a new one, I want to come in immediately after and say that's equal to transform.local scale. Nope, the local. Sorry, transform.position.y. That's what I want to do. I want to do that there, and I want to do it here. And then we just got to declare it. By the way, I can declare it anywhere in the class. I could do it at the end of the class if I wanted to. I might just put it right here, so it's kind of close by. Okay? Y position before animation. All right? Let's try that and see if that fixes it. Run that, Campbell, and see what happens.
Uh-oh, the Skype call just froze for me.
What'd you say? Skype call just froze?
Yeah. Oh, wait, never mind.
Is it back? All right.
Yeah, now it's back. Sorry, that was my fault.
No worries. Run.
And now we should see it slowly scale up without going up.
That's what I think will happen. And I think this will be relatively okay, even in a...
No.
Did you save the file?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Let's go look at it.
Yep, saved.
Oh, no, there's one change we didn't make. Hold on. There's a change I didn't make at the bottom. I did everything but the change I wanted to make. Right here, we didn't change this code at all. We still want to use the saved y. See how the saved y is dimmed over here compared to new scale?
We haven't used it.
Not being used. There. All right, try now.
It's saved. Now we can run. Meow, 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 meow. Now, now, now. Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
So nice.
That's awesome. Can we see that one more time?
Yep.
Oh, look who's here. Oh, never mind. I thought somebody was here. What's going on over there? What's happening? What? Oh, he snuck up on us again, Campbell.
Aw, come on.
Wicked Blue Ninja's
Hello,
here.
Wicked Blue Ninja.
It's a party. Let's watch it again, Campbell. Here comes the power up with the smooth animation. Nice. That was awesome. There's even a little bump. And there's the power down. I liked it. What do you think?
I love it. I like it so much.
All right. We're close to ending time. Did you have any show me something cool you wanted to share?
No.
All right, I got one for you. It's not super cool, but let me show you.
Show me something cool.
Yeah, I kind of like this. Maybe it's not super cool, but notice how this is kind of getting busy and messy in here. I'm going to come in here, right-click this, and I'm going to say Create, and I'm going to say Folder. And I got a new folder. I'm going to call this Scripts.
And then you're going to drag all your scripts
That's
to
exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to shift-click those, drag them
Shift?
in.
I thought it was Control.
If I click here, I can do Control as well, but Shift will select from there to wherever you next shift-click. So from here to here, all those are now selected. Control clicking can individually toggle one on or off. So if I accidentally get that, oh no, I can control click it off. So I can do that. You can use those combinations. Shift click selects a continuous block. Certainly that was saying. So now I've got scenes. I'm sorry, did I just grab it and drag it into scenes? Oopsie. I can control click to get rid of that one, put it into scripts. All right. There's my scripts. My scenes over there. Now I can come in here and say, let's create a new folder. Let's call it material. Materials, right? Just grab all my materials like that. That's all of
And then
them.
you could do the same with videos.
Yeah, exactly. Create a new folder.
I'm
Videos.
gonna do
And now
that.
look at what's happening, right?
Something
Instead of
like
things being kind of hard to find, it's getting easier to find these because we're organizing these.
I wonder if you can do that like a similar thing in the hierarchy.
There we go. So there's my videos. Looks like player got pulled into there. Yeah, you can kind of drag over here like this. And then last, what are these right here?
Those are physics materials.
Physics materials. So I might create a new folder called Physics Materials. Like that. And I'll drag these two. I don't know what this guy is. I think this player is not needed.
Player, what player?
This is a prefab asset. I don't think we're using this anywhere, are we?
I don't know.
Does player
Let's
have, like,
keep
that
it just
thing?
in case.
What'd you say, Campbell?
I think we should probably keep it just in case because
Yeah.
we never know what.
Yeah,
we're
I can
using
maybe
it for.
create a folder called, junk, something like that. But anyway, that's it. That's kind of my tip there for organizing. Campbell, I thought you did a good job.
Thank you.
What do you think? Or you want to end the show now, or do you want to? Would you tell me what you want to do?
Let's start a raid.
Would you say start a raid?
Yeah, let's end the show.
I am working on that right now.
Doo-doo-doo.
We'll send you over to InstaFluff. You get that raid going. Thanks so much, everybody. He says you ended up with more folders than just scripts, videos, but you have, wait. What's Shirley saying? Rather than organized by asset type, you can organize them by the object they represent. So you might have a folder for missiles. Oh, and in there, script, textures, and everything related to missiles. I love that, Shirley. You'd end up with more folders than just scripts, physics, videos, etc., but you'd have things collected by some functionality. I love that idea.
That's genius. Okay,
That is
I'm gonna do that.
genius. Now, we'll send the raid. We'll send you over to InstaFluff. Have a very good day, everybody.
Goodbye.
Have a good rest of your weekend. You want to hit the button, Campbell,
Sure.
to end the show?